Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about an interesting problem. So it is a count distinct element in an array. So in this question we are given an input as an array, and we have some values, for example 10, 20, 10, 20, 30. So this is an array and we need to find the total distinct elements in this array. So here we can see total distinct element are 3. How? 10 is 1, 20 and 30, and others are repeating. So 10 comes 2 times, 20 came 2 times. So we have distinct only 3 elements. And for this example we have 1, 2, 3, 3. So distinct element will be 3. And for this case we have only one distinct elements because there is only one element which is distinct, that is 1. So 1 is repeating 4 times. So distinct element will be 1. So I will explain the basic idea, and other part you have to code by yourself. So let us discuss the basic idea how we can approach. So for example, this is an array in which we have value like 10, 20, 10, 20 and 30. Okay. So first we are taking a counter variable and we can declare as int count equal to 0 something. And then what we are going to do, we are going to use 2 for loops, one for normal iteration and second for checking. Okay, so first we will start our iteration from here and we'll check towards left of it. So there is nothing left of 10, so we'll just skip, we'll move here, then we'll check left of 20. So how many numbers are there? Basically how the element which comes before 20 are equal to 20 or not. If that is not the case, then we'll increment our counter. So about talking about the counter, when we were at I equal to 0, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and this is 4. Okay, so when we were at 0, we have our count variable as 1 because there was no element which was equal to 10. Okay, on the left of that. Now on the left of 20, how many elements are there, or basically how many distinct elements are there which are not equal to 20? So we can easily see there is no element which is equal to 20 left of 20. Okay, so we'll increment our count variable to 2 because 10 is there, 20 is there, both are distinct. Now when we are at index number 2, we'll see left of 2 how many elements are, or whether they have any other repeating element for 10, because we'll search. If there is already 10 is there, then we'll not increment anything. If 10 is not there, then we'll increment. So going to the left of 10, we have seen that 10 is already there. So for that case, we'll not increment our counter. Will counter remain 2. Now when it comes to I equal to 3, when we move to the left of this, we can easily see we have already 20 and it is counted, so we'll not increment our count variable. Now moving to 30, we can easily see here we have no elements on the left of 30 which is equal to 30. Basically only the frequency of 30 is 1. So for this we are increment our counter to 3. So this is the basic idea of how we are going to approach this question. So you can try to pause the video and try to guess the output. So talking about the solution, so we'll start our basic understanding with the main. Here we have n for taking how many values we want to take in an array. Then we are declaring an array here. We are taking elements in an array, and then we have passed that array into a function, that is count distinct function with the value n. Okay, so here we are passing. Now let us see what this count distinct function does. Okay, so this is the count distinct function. It is a int type function, means it should return something. So it is returning count of the distinct elements. Okay, here we are taking integer array in this and integer n. Now initially count is 0 and distinct element we have declared a boolean variable distinct is distinct. So initially it is true. And now let us see what this nested for loops does. So as we discussed, our iteration will start from I equal to 0, it will go I less than n, I plus plus. So for the first element, distinct element is distinct variable is true. Okay, then this loop basically starts iteration from I minus 1 and it goes up to 0. For the first iteration there is nothing to the left of that, so is distinct remains true, and here indistinct remains is checked, or basically this condition is satisfied, and here we are incrementing our counter for the first time. So the count will be 1. Now moving to the I equal to 1. So I equal to 1 means we will be iterating from I, we will be checking for basically one value, that is j equal to 0. Okay, so and it will be checked here I, that is 1 and 0, and if that element is already present, means that is equal to array of j, then we are changing our is distinct variable to false, and we are just breaking, because if it is already present then there is no need for searching again the element in the whole loop. Okay, so we are just breaking that loop there itself, and here it will not be coming true. Suppose it was false, then it will not be incrementing our counter. Similarly, this function will work for all the values, and it will check all the values and will increment all the distinct elements, and it will finally return the elements. Let us give some input values. So suppose we have giving 4 elements, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So for this, can you guess the output? For this it will be 4. Okay, because there are 4 distinct elements. Now if we give something like 3, so what will be the output for this? It will be 3, because 1, 2 and 3 are the distinct elements here. Now if we give 1, 1, 1, 1, then what will be the output for this? Output for this will be 1, because 1 is only the distinct element here. I hope you got the code and the theory part for this. We'll meet in the next video with another interesting problem.